Hey there, family. Thanks for tuning in. I want you to get rich. I want you to get rich. I know you may want to get rich, so let's get rich together. Thank you for tuning in to Craigtrader.com and Craigtrader channel on all platforms. I'm Craig Smith, your host, and just wanted to thank you all for stopping by. If you're a first-time visitor, please hit that like button, smash that thumbs up. For all of you all out there, please smash the thumbs up button. We want to get as many likes as possible. Please subscribe. Please share the video with everyone you know, because we are on a wealth building journey and we are on a legacy journey together. So I'm just glad to be able to share in with you and help you in the process, as well as help myself continue to grow my wealth also. So on the channel, basically, you know that we're continuing on investing in various things. I believe in an accelerated rate of investment. So whereas it may carry a little more risk in some areas and some areas not, I like to share my journey as far as getting richer quicker. This is not a get rich quick channel, although it can be. There have been some plays and some investments I've been in, such as Nvidia, that did very, very well, much more, gained much more traction and accumulation and growth than I expected in a short a period of time. We don't expect that on every play or every investment. So hit that like, hit that thumbs up, subscribe, share the video. I have a lot of exciting things happening. I am not a financial advisor or a fiduciary. I am a person who's experienced in investments, has been investing in the stock market for a very long time, but gotten more serious within the last 3-4 years about accumulating my wealth faster as I got older, and also putting in more strategies that help reduce risk. So I'll be sharing things like that along the way to help you with the journey. So our goal is to get richer quicker. Get richer quicker. Put that in your mind, put that in your affirmations, that money is coming, and it's coming to you every day, all throughout the day. Every week, your wealth is increasing. We're going to continue to hit those mantras also. Please go to Craigtrader.com. I have the link in the description below. Check out my website. Put your email address on the subscription part. We'll hit subscribe and put your email address in there. I'll be able to get you information and continue to let you know about my different trades, investments, things I may be selling or doing throughout the week in between making these videos, or if I need to just get you a quick word out really quick at some point. Yeah, put your email address in there, and it's a free email newsletter that I'll be sending out to each and every one. I got a lot of things going on trying to get expanded on all these different platforms. Also, I am in the process of writing a book about stock market investing. So that'll be coming up soon. And as soon as that comes out, I'm going to put that on all the platforms, as well as send all of my subscribers a note out that the book is coming, and then it's also out. All right. So basically, I've been sharing with you some of the high yield dividend paying ETFs that can greatly accelerate your wealth, rather than investing in stocks and ETFs that do like 2%, 3%, 5% a year. I've greatly accelerated my income and my wealth by getting into these high yield investments that a lot of people don't know about. I didn't know about them, many of them, until later last year. And of course, it has quadrupled and more my dividend income. So I am making over $5,000 a month in dividend income on my different investments. My main account is in E-Trade, which I'm up over $5,000 in that, and then I also have a Robinhood platform that I'm building up in that. And if you want to open up any of those accounts, if you're a new investor, don't be scared. You got to dive into things to learn about them, and you don't have to go all in. You can put a little bit in, watch it, put a little bit more in the next month, watch it. And that's what we believe in here, is actively managing your investments, actually watching your investments, watching your wealth grow, and managing your account as much as possible. There are ways to greatly reduce your chance of loss in the stock market. Some people believe that the stock market is very risky, and it can be depending on what you invest in. But overall, it has returned about 10% a year. Overall, that's with highs, lows, gains, losses, basically since the inception of the stock market. So to me, that's a great investment. It's grown greater and has more liquidity than any other investment around. And managed properly with these different ETFs I'm telling you about, you can greatly increase your income, greatly reduce your risk, and greatly increase your wealth over time, so you can have more time to travel, spend with your friends and family, leave more money to your family and legacy. So it's just overall a great thing. That's why I want us to all get richer together. All right. So for this past week, the stock market has hit an all-new high again. QQQ, which I usually track and I'm invested in, which is the NASDAQ 100 QQQ, Invesco QQQ. It's up 3.52% this past week. So think about that, those of y'all that may be investing in something that's returning 3%, 5% a year. Nothing wrong with that, but I would never tie up my whole portfolio in something that's paying that low amount of return when there are other options. You have options. You're free to buy and sell whatever you want on in these investments accounts. So I wouldn't stick myself into something that's going to pay me less when I know something is out there that can pay me more. So in the past week, it's up 3.52%. It's up 7.01% for the past month. That's QQQ. I'm invested in that, and a portion of my funds are invested in that. And the S&P 500 ETF, which is tracked by SPY, is up 1.72% the past week, 3.25% for the past month. So those are extraordinary gains compared to you just letting the money sit anywhere in the savings account. I don't tie up my money in bank accounts. First of all, I don't trust the banks like that. I don't necessarily trust any investment vehicle like that. So that's why I have a number of different investment platforms, which I have links for on my website, Craigtrader.com, and below. If you want to open up any of these other accounts, you can do so, and we'll both get some portion of share of stock. When you invest, we both get some free money. So that's all good. Nothing wrong with that. I'm invested also in the Defiance and Yield Max ETFs. So I've been sharing with you about QQQY, which is up 2.33% this past week. But also just to let you know about the QQQY, the payout or distribution rate on that has been about 63% lately per year. So rather than receiving a dividend payment of 5%, say you're in a company like anything, Coca-Cola, any of these other companies, and they're paying 2-3% dividend per year. This ETF actually, this company trades options, and rather than you trying to learn how to trade options, let the professionals do it, and they're paying you an extremely high yield for the use of your funds. So you're getting this, you're investing this, you're getting the right to receive part of these profits just by investing in this vehicle. And they pay monthly rather than most companies pay semi-yearly, every 6 months, quarterly. You're getting your money every month, so it's creating an extremely great amount of income per month for you. And basically the way you break that down is whatever the distribution rate is for that fund, which it varies per month, but it's based on a yearly yield. You divide it by 12, and that's what you'll be receiving every month from the amount basically that you have invested. For instance, if you have $1,000 invested, you're talking about $630 a year in income. You have $10,000 invested, you're talking about $6,300 a year in income. That's basically an extra $500 per month. Can that make a difference in your life is what you have to ask yourself. If you have $10,000 sitting in a bank account earning you 1% or whatever they're paying now, rather than putting that money or most of it or half of it somewhere else, watch it, monitor it, and you're earning this income while you're also monitoring the investment. So just to show you, if you go to Defiance Fund's website, and you can put your email address in there, and they'll send you an email of the updates, how much their ex-dividend dates, how much they're paying, when they're going to pay out, the payable dates, the yield amount each month, and all of that. So you can see here that the distribution rate is 63%. It's published, and that shows you that it's paying on a monthly basis. So you're getting this money every month. It's creating and generating an income. Not only that, but I use it to also reinvest. So I have what's called an income snowball strategy. So you may have heard about with Dave Ramsey, the debt snowball, some of these other financial people that talk about paying down debt. Well, I would use extra money to increase my income through investments. That way, as you're increasing your income, you can use part of that income you have coming out from the dividend payments every month, and then you can roll some of that back into some of your debts. So you're building both ways. I'm never an all in one way or the other person. I always believe in doing like a holistic hybrid approach to investments and to life. So as you're increasing your income, then you can use part of that extra income you have coming in to pay down some of your debt. So it'll be a slower process of paying down your debt, but you're also gaining your income or increasing your wealth at the same time. So it has a great wealth building effect because you're using a twofold strategy. You're building wealth at the same time while you're reducing your debt at the same time at a greater rate. So just say, for instance, your dividend payment for this month is $300. Well, you can take a portion of it, and what I would do is my hybrid approach basically is, if I want to get rid of some debt and keep accumulating my wealth, is maybe if you need the income, that's one thing. If you're just building and you don't have to use all of that income, well, then you can portion it however works for you. So say $300 comes in this month for a particular dividend. Well, you can take part of it, which I would do. I would take maybe $100 of it if you have to spend it on bills, put it toward bills. $100 of it I would reinvest back into the stock market, either into that high dividend paying yield ETF, or something else that may be gaining ground, like Nvidia or Apple, some of these other high flying stocks that are going up, that have really good track record of growth. But mostly you can put it back into a high yield dividend paying ETF that will continue to create your income and increase your income every month. And then that third $100 that's left from that payment, you can always take that $100 and say, well, I'm going to pay down one of my credit cards, or help use this to pay down a credit card, or toward my mortgage, or whatever you want to do. So anyway, I'll explain more of that as we're going along in the videos, and some of these strategies will also be included in my book that comes out. But it's never and it's always a win-win. I try to create a win-win-win situation when I'm putting these strategies together, and it's a work in progress. Of course, we make mistakes, we all do, but as you go through the experience, you learn better, and then you're able to kind of perfect your strategy. So another company or high yield dividend paying investment that I want to put you on is MSTY. MSTY, I call it Misty for short, and it's through YieldMax funds. So YieldMax is another one of the companies that pay out or do option plays on these different investments, and then they pay out a high yield or high dividend yield on the particular instrument. QQQY for Defiance it's more market based. on Invesco QQQ or the NASDAQ 100 index. That's the underlying investment on that. And so, of course, it would be considered more safe, more stable, because it's based on a whole index of stocks rather than one company. MSTY, which is yield in the Yield Max fund, is its underlying investment is MicroStrategy. So MicroStrategy is a company that I also invest in. It's the public company that has the highest amount of Bitcoin in its portfolio. But just to see if you go to the Yield Max website, and you can sign on to that, put your email in there too, and they'll send you information on the Yield Max funds and the distribution rates and dates that they'll pay out. So you see on Misty or MSTY, the distribution rate for this past month was 123.88%, which means whatever you have invested in this particular fund, you're going to gain, or essentially more than double your money in 1 year's time. More than double your money in 1 year's time. Can you think of any other investment where you're pretty much assured or know ahead of time, the company announces what the yield is? So unless it changes drastically, and you can always continue to invest, you're still gaining. Even if it goes to half of that, you're gaining 60% a year in dividend funds still, even if it cuts it in half. This is unheard of. It's astronomical. I was a little skeptical at first when I first got into them last year, but I've been in it. I love it. It's been helping me to do things, pay my bills, travel, put extra money into investments, have more income available to do some things for my kids and grandkids, things of that nature. And as I said, I like to travel, so it's helped create a way for me to travel and experience more culture, more life, without having to do extra work. The only work you have to do is put your investment in, watch it, reinvest some more, keep reinvesting part or all of your dividends if you want to increase your wealth even faster, and you greatly accelerate your wealth. If you go to Craigtrader.com, I have an investment calculator under the free resource section, and you can play around with the tool. You can put the amount of money you have right now, how much your expected return is on it, how many years you're going to invest, if you're going to put something in monthly or monthly or just one set amount, and it'll tell you over the next few years, whatever amount of years you put in there, how much wealth you will accumulate. So you take the guesswork out of it. If you just do it, it's mathematical. And so some of the stocks that I'm still investing in, accumulating, just to let you know, is NVIDIA. NVIDIA is on a major tear. Stock ticker symbol NVDA. It's up 8.67% this past week and 41.45% for the past month. Come on, people. Get into the market. Get your family into the market. Like I said, like, subscribe, send this video out to your friends, family, those of you that want them to gain wealth quicker. If they're complaining, if you don't have enough money to meet your bills, and you're complaining that you have to work more or try to find a job, you can create your own job basically by keep reinvesting your money to create more income every month. I'm continuing to invest in Robinhood stock, ticker symbol HOOD, and Palantir, ticker symbol PLTR. Please leave a comment if I was able to help you at all in these videos. Again, hit that thumbs up for me, and share the video, leave comments, and hey, you can't win the game unless you're in the game. So get in the game, play to win, stay prosperous, stay blessed, stay focused, and I'll see you soon.